Good morning. It is day 11 on the Benton Mackaye trail. And yesterday was a doozy. It started out great, even with a little extra mileage mishap that I had. No big deal. But man, the south side of Rocky Top, I didn't do any filming, but it was 3 miles of hell. And you know what they say about hell. If you're going through hell, keep going, because you will get to the other side. But it was really overgrown and really tall blackberry bushes, as tall as I was. One of them apparently at one point grabbed one of my flip-flops out of my backpack that was sticking up out of the front pouch. So now I'm camp shoeless. But overall, it was a good 13.5 mile day. And it marked day 4 of not seeing another hiker on the trail. We haven't seen a hiker since the Smokies. So it is a solitude trail. And I'm looking where the trail goes. I was off a little side trail. I'm going back to Moss Gap to get some water. But my campsite was 0.05 off trail, not too far. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Last night I ended up at 13.5 for the day. I could have done 2 more to this next campsite. But man, those last 3 miles really kind of took the wind out of my sails. And you never know what the next couple miles are gonna be. But if I would have thrown the dice, I would have won last night, because these first 2 miles, which would be to the next campsite, have been quite pleasant. Right now we're on a horse trail and or a road, and it's easy walking. I'll reiterate something that I think we've said before. Summer is not the best time to hike this trail. For one, you don't get the views. I mean, there are mountains out there through those trees. And in the fall and the spring, winter might be a little dicey with the weather, but you get all these views that I would imagine are spectacular. I did have a really nice sunset from my tent last night through the trees. So that was unexpected and nice. But you know, in addition to no views, summer hiking the Benton Mackaye, you're battling all the high overgrowth and heat. I've been pretty fortunate with the heat. Because of all the foliage, you are in the green tunnel and it doesn't hit you too much. Not much direct sunlight, but the days do get warm, hot, and very humid, and I sweat buckets. The views here are few and far between, but man, when you get them, you have to stop. Oh, just magical. Next stop is Unicoi Gap. Appalachian Trail shares that gap too. We're not on the Appalachian Trail right now, but they both hit that gap. In a bit of a dry section, and I've got about 1 liter of water to go the next 7.5 miles. And sorry, spider. It'll be I'll be thirsty by the time I get to the next water source. There are 3 springs back there. There were just kind of a trickle on the rocks, and not enough for me to gather though. So I also have an emergency pickle, which is nice. It'll give me some electrolytes and some juice. So we're shooting for 19 today. I've gone 9.5, and then probably another mile or so to Unicoi. Beautiful views, hot sunny day. Trail magic on the Benton Mackaye Trail. I was taking a break at a junction with a road. A guy in a pickup pulls up and starts chatting me up, telling me how he loves this section. I gotta agree. This section's been very nice, and I need it because of this water shortage here. And I said, I thanked him for stopping and chatting with me. He says, you know what? I got a Bud in the back. You want one? Like, hell yeah, I do. So, on the day you need it, that is true trail magic. The epitome of the word. Getting something right when you need it on the trail. All right, so we got about 5.5 miles left. Got half a liter of water and 1 12-ounce cold Bud Light. So I think we'll make it. Woohoo! We're about a half mile from camp, and what a day. It was easy terrain, easy elevation. It was hot. And then we had that 13-mile stretch of no water. So I am looking forward to a big old river down here at the campsite. And I'm gonna drink my fill. Oh man, I was silk blazing all day long. Nobody's been out on this trail except for the spiders. You can maybe see one in the sunlight there. They are all over the place. All right, well, you guys have a good night. Morning, everybody, on this day 12 of the Benton Mackaye Trail. Just had a good night's sleep at the Coker Creek campsite, which really isn't a campsite. It's at the end of a Forest Service road. Locals come here to party, so it was just basically a parking lot. It was comfortable enough. 2 guys came in late last night, probably 8 o'clock. That's late for me on the trail. And I said, hey, camper in tent. I popped my head out, and they just wanted to make sure they could tent there as well. A couple guys who do gold prospecting in the river. So they had gold pans and sluice boxes and a cold beer for me. So 2 cold beers yesterday. on the trail. Nice guys. It's really interesting talking to them about finding gold in the river. So we got about 15.6 to do today to Lost Creek campsite. I think I go by a grocery store. It's a Sunday, so I don't know if it'll be open. It's like a little convenience store type thing. But I'm hoping for a cold soda. That would be cool. Otherwise, I keep on drinking my water. Yesterday was a long day, 19 miles. But man, it was a really good stretch. My legs are finally healing from all the briar scratches. And that stretch was fast and free of overgrowth. Can't beat that. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna do the same myself. Early morning forward. I'm gonna try to figure out the puzzle and see if I can figure out how to rock hop across this thing. I kind of like my feet dry right now. So mile 168.1 is this really nice campsite along this creek. And I would say this is much better than the one I stayed at last night. It's about a mile further south. So less trashy, less traffic, more quiet. So you might want to consider this one if you're going southbound. Is it a boulder? Is it a cliff? No, it's a down tree root ball. That thing is huge. Holy cow. Let's see what the tree looks like. Yeah, that's a big one. Wow. We got a beautiful ridge walk this morning. Down below to the left, it's a steep cliff leading down to the river. You get peaks of it every once in a while, and you can hear it in the background. Really nice. So yesterday was day 5 of not seeing another hiker on the trail. I saw, oh shit, look at that, Dad. Can you see that guy? Oh my God. I'm not sure the camera focused on that big old spider that my face almost went into. That's one thing. On this trail, there's so few hikers. You're always silk blazing. And it's kind of like river fording. Eventually, you get tired of trying to avoid it and you just go straight through. But yeah, day 5 of no hikers. Yesterday I saw a total in 10 hours and 19 miles of, let's see, 5 people. 2 of which gave me a beer. And then 2 of which were cycling on some Forest Service roads. So, you know, it's interesting. It's not the fact that I really wanted a beer. It's the generosity with which it was offered. You know, I think one was a Bud Light, one was a Busch. It's not really my typical beer drinking choices, but the people are just so friendly and they're like, here, you look like you could use a drink. So very nice, friendly people in this area from what I've experienced so far. All right, I'm gonna put this away because we got a little treacherous here. Hiawassee River. There's some fishermen down there enjoying it. So we just walked along the Hiawassee River for a little bit. Now we're connecting to a John Muir trail. Not the one I think about out west, but also had a John Muir section on the Ice Age Trail. Sorry about the fuzziness of the video. I'll try to clean my lens here, but everything is wet with sweat. It is so hot and muggy. So I guess something is better than nothing. Am I right? We're still following the mighty Hiawassee, a very rocky river, big huge slabs of rock all throughout it. After a short but scary road walk, I come in to Reliance. I'm here on a Sunday, hoping the burger joint's open, because I'd love to get a burger. But this little road, there's rafting all up and down here. So these raft drivers driving 100 miles an hour with really no place for me to go because there's a drop off on the side of the road. Anyway, I'm gonna see what I can see. Okay, so we passed a few buildings. I actually stopped for lunch. I didn't show any of that. Firewater, just a little window you go up to. Really nice deck to sit on. Had some mozzarella sticks and chicken popper things. And now we just passed Hiawassee Outdoor Center. I'm guessing I'm going this way. I better get back to you. I am going the right way. So, Reliance, Tennessee is pretty much a town built around tubing and kayaking, the Hiawassee. So in the summer, everything's open. The restaurant was open. The web store, which has sodas and snacks and things like that. And they also do shuttles for tubing. And then the Hiawassee Outdoor Center, same thing. I think they have a little grill there, but mostly it's for the shuttling canoers and kayakers. A beautiful area. Very busy on this Sunday, hot July afternoon. And there goes the train.